Right, we are back. We missed all of the drama of Champ Select, but it's okay because we know every team's team comp. We do have Trebuchet again being on the blue side with Ishtar on the red. It's going to be a Nautilus Vayne bot side with a Malphite Galio Diana for Trebuchet, as opposed to Ishtar, who's going to go with the Caitlyn Morgana with a Silas in the mid lane and most likely Trundle Jungle Mordekaiser top. But I have seen both in other situations. I've also seen Silas top. But I imagine that is going to be the most normal alignment for them all. Um, yeah. So 3 games for Wet Dreams on this here vein is going to have a lot more protection with the Nautilus, with the Malphite, with the Galio than we saw last game, as opposed to Team Ishtar, which again is missing out on some of that engage onto the vein.
Um, yeah, like the Nautilus takeaway is pretty nice, but first pick is not the call. Um, yeah, the Nautilus. Then you have the Caitlyn Morgana combination. So like, if Nautilus goes in and either A misses the hook or B gets it buffered by the black shield, you're gonna get black. You're gonna get binded and you're gonna get comboed by the Caitlyn. It is not gonna be a fun time. The Silas counter into the Malphite and the Mordekaiser into the as a Malphite counter also is very nice. Silas mid against Galio. Silas is going to be very aggressive, so I expect to see a couple ganks get heading that way. But Trundle is very, very good early. Trundle is basically like, if Zinzao had a father, Trundle is that father, because Trundle is basically a counter to Zinzao and just like any aggressive early game skirmish, because you steal that early game AD that everybody really needs, and then you make it for yourself. So you hit harder, and you have the slows with the pillar, you have the displacement and all that. So you overall, it's just like, it's very interesting because you have counter in the jungle and the top lane for Team Ishtar, and then they have the counter in the bot lane. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it goes here. But Trebuchet have tons of wombo with the Malphite Galio and the Diana, while Team Ishtar have kind of more like counter wombo with the Morgana, Silas, and the Mordekaiser. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes, because right now they're
Oh,
on match point for both teams, and anything
and
can
they're
go any
showing
either way.
They're showing Silas in the top lane here, and Mordekaiser in the mid, as opposed to as a port. I can't talk. Excuse me. As opposed to Mordekaiser in the top, they are immediately opting into that Silas counter for the Malphite, which would be a really rough lane for Staples official. Yikes.
Um, Mordekaiser into the mid lane is very interesting. Probably would have rather seen some kind of obscure AD pick, like maybe Yone would have been pretty good. But the Mordekaiser I like also because if you can take out the like any variable of the combo, like the Diana specifically, then that's going to stunt a lot of damage that Trebuchet have. But again, they don't have a lot of lockdown for the Vayne outside of Silas stealing the Malphite ultimate and just going straight onto the Vayne. But you don't have a lot of follow up as you do that. There's not any real mobility to follow up with all that damage. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it goes. Like, we saw what Trebuchet can do if there's not a lot of things to lock down Vayne. So I can understand the Nautilus takeaway, because obviously they probably wanted to go Vayne again. So there's going to be 3 Vayne games in a row. One went really good, one went not so good. And then this one, we'll see what's going to happen.
Yeah. I'm actually curious to see if Face to the Wind can press that R fast enough so that the Malphite ultimate does not hit anyone but him. That would absolutely be magical. We have seen that before, but you have to be the epitome of fantastic to hit that just in time. But yeah, we are going into game 3. We have a lot of different picks this time, so both teams adjusting what they are doing. We will be back. Maybe not silver scrapes, but play iron escapades or something. But we will be back with game 3. Trebuchet versus Team Ishtar. Do not go anywhere. This is going to be fun. All right, here we go. We are going into game 3. This should be very, very exciting. We looks like we have counter invades going on here between Trebuchet and Team Ishtar. Team Ishtar already pinging into the bot side, whereas Trebuchet is going into the top side, and nobody's going to spot anybody, and everybody's going to be a little bit confused. We do have pretty standard summoners this time around. Summoners and it's a PTA on the Malphite there for Staples official, but does have teleport and flash. But yeah, they're gonna walk away, but they're gonna go. Oh no! Oh no! They're gonna go back into this bot lane.
Oh no. Oh, bro, but like, I saw the PTA from it wasn't. Oh, they're gonna run away. You should have just took it, man. You should have took it. But because like I think if they did meet up 5v5, I would have gave it to Team Ishtar because Trundle does way better early, and Mordekaiser does way better early, and Caitlyn does a lot more damage with the lethal tempo. So I would have, if they did meet 5v5, Team Ishtar would have taken that cake. But it looks like both junglers are going to start on their bot side. But Ping's coming out. Morgana and Caitlyn are going to meet up in this bot tri-bush here.
Yeah, they are seeing that is going to be the hook. It's gonna, or not the hook. I'm sorry. It's going to be the root is going to land onto Red Strike, and Red Strike already poked out significantly. But we do see the adjustment here. Yeah, in Defiance went up top lane to match Drubin as opposed to letting the Malphite match up with the Silas, allowing hopefully for the Mordekaiser to have a worser time. That may or may not be a word. Don't try me. But it is going to be the level 2 coming out from the Caitlyn Morgana first. They do have the push. We see Wet Dreams and Red Strike already backing off, not wanting to get hit with anything, looking out for the Dark Binding, able to avoid it. But they are going to be able to pick up this wave under tower, not going to have nearly as much presence as we've seen previously. The Caitlyn Morgana should be able to apply a lot of lane pressure. But yeah, Staples official is in the mid lane and is at least currently trying to hold up with Face to the Win.
Honestly, if Team Ishtar's bot lane were looking to, get that early binding and stuff, they could have, Tygoon could have started the, could have just started the traps and then just get significantly more chunk than, starting the, Peacemaker, because if you start Q, that just signifies you want to, get the lane pushing, but obviously when you're kind of pushing up like that, looking for those bindings and such, you take the binding in the traps and you just get a lot of that big early chunk going on already. Caitlyn is kind of a counter to Vayne, but with how Team Ishtar are pushing this lane in bot, it's not really allowing the full power of the Caitlyn to shine through, because you're just pushing it in, and then Wet Dreams is just farming under tower, still collects all the XP and such. Honestly, I would have rather had the Silas Malphite matchup because you have the PTA. Mordekaiser just kind of does a little better into it. But
and Defiance getting a very big chunk on the Drubin, but Drubin able to heal it back up, is fighting now. Oh, but it looks like Defiance took the better of that trade. Would have been even nicer if didn't take the comeback damage, but is going to be able to dash away and get past the with the flash, is able to dash flash, very nicely done there, to get away from the pillar from Voperto and live to fight another day in the top lane. But we do see Voperto helping Drubin push everything in. Likely going to be a recall here from somebody, I don't know who. It's going to be Voperto recalling there, and Indefiance is going to be left to just collect this wave under tower.
Oh, Indefiance went for Ignite too, and didn't go for the teleport. I would be genuinely surprised. If Indefiance gets a solo kill, but looks like bot lane, it's going to be a bit of a gankaroni.
Yeah, they're going in on
wow, that's a lot of damage.
Death by Video Games. Death by Video Games is going to go down first, and it's going to be Vayne surviving. Vayne survived. Oh my god, and now they're on Trigoon. Trigoon trying to walk away, trying to get away. They're trying to save the kill they were trying to save the kill initially for the Vayne, but they gave up on it, and it's going to be a double kill for Broken Crown, who's able to get both of those kills. Vayne healed, flashed, and I don't know what else, because looked like 20 health at one point.
He heal flashed and definitely clinched because Wet Dreams, he barely lived there because Tygoon, he flashed forward but canceled the auto attack on the Vayne before she flashed away into the bush there. So that's a little unfortunate. But Red
Oh,
Strike might die
Red
here.
Strike
Doesn't
is
have
caught
flash.
out. Does not have flash. Looks like it's going to go down. There's just way too much CC, even with dodging the Death Grasp and the Dark Binding, is not going to be able to get away from the pillar, from all of the other damage that's coming out. And Ishtar is able to at least take a kill back and is going to go ahead and start on that there dragon.
So right now, it's only a Cloud Drake first, so it's nothing too crazy. It's not the worst thing to lose in the game, but it's only about 500 gold lead separating these two teams right now. But getting that early Drake stacking, it's going to be Cloud then Ocean. So very interesting to see what's going to happen next. I think there's like this weird algorithm where like when you see what the first two Drakes are, the Soul Drake is very likely to be something else. I don't like know specifically what it is off the top of my head, but right now bot side, they're gonna get that first plate. They're gonna start kind of evening out the gold lead a little bit. But playing with this combination, you really want to. Oh, that's a very nice
Ooh,
fight.
very nice dark
The
yeah.
dark shield or black shield. Yeah, both of us kind of fumbling around there. Mordekaiser are going for the tank build. Bomby cinders? Huh? Okay, that's interesting.
Hey, they might know something I don't. But yeah, that was a very nice Black Shield there from the Morgana. Able to keep Tygoon safe from the hook there from Red Strike. We do see Wet Dreams is able to mostly keep up in CS and does have all of that assist gold, that sweet assist gold. We do have this fight going on in the mid lane where Staples is having fun. Boperto's here. Yeah. Oh, he's in, not seen, it looks like, in that there bush. But they do have the wave pushing in, so maybe not going to be the most efficient way to do a lane gank there.
But both junglers are here, and there's the hook.
The hook comes through. Everything is on to Red Strike, though.
Oh, that old.
Wet Dreams able to get his kill coming back, able to survive again. Broken Crown gets a kill in the meantime and is now trying to chase down Voperto. Voperto's first to flash away, and that is yet again a 2-for-0 on the bot side there for Trebuchet. We get in Defiance and Druben also having some adventures up here in the top lane, but nothing too major as Druben is able to heal up a little bit, but that is going to be some plate gold returning onto Wet Dreams, who is also already has the Noon Quiver and has managed to stay safe question mark in these fights.
Yeah, right now, Trebuchet, they know what the name of the game is. Like, Team Ishtar should know that Trebuchet are going to put a lot of resources into the bot lane, and they should kind of like play more for the counter engage instead of just playing so far aggressive, not really getting those deep wards that they should when you're pushing up that far into the lane. And right now, Broken Crown is 3-0-1. He's definitely been one of the key factors in how Trebuchet either win or lose the games here.
Druben has stolen the
not fun.
Yeah, Druben has stolen the Galio ult though, so can join some fights. Even with teleport not being unleashed quite yet and not having it to begin with, that is going to be another plate going over there to the side of Ishtar in the bot lane, which is kind of to be expected in this matchup.
Oh, Chando's going for the steel caps, which is very interesting because they don't negate Vayne autos that much with the silver bolts, and then everybody else is AP, so that's very interesting to see. But Red Strike is going to get some wars down, going to deny a lot of vision, and the Herald's going to be started by the side of Team Ishtar. It's pretty much just going to be given away here, not really going to be focused by Trebuchet. So expect to see that Herald being popped into the bot side once the Drake does start spawning. And kind of, because the Diana already has Rocket Belt at
oh my goodness,
pre 10 minutes. So
yeah,
this is not a fun time at all. Malphite going for a lot of the armor here because Mordekaiser isn't going AP, so you're not really going to be shredding tanks that hard here. So probably should have went the AP route, but Vayne is pretty close. Vayne and Caitlyn are pretty close in gold. It's only about 500-ish. And Diana's in this bot side looking for the gankaroni as the Drakes are going to spawn
Yeah.
here.
Looking to be in position for the Drake, hopefully to make sure that the other bot lane is not here for the Drake. There's the Black
They do
Shield.
spot her.
Oh, Diana was spotted. Yeah. And took the and took the cannon gold there from the Targon hit. That feels bad if you're Vayne. You want that 70 gold. But they are clearing out this vision in the Dragon Pit, looking to set up. They have spotted out Voperto, but they are going to walk away, not going to get involved in this fight. Vayne finally has the lane pushing away, so at least they are able to posture around this here dragon. We do have we do have In Defiance walking down here to be ready for the fight, to be ready with the ultimate and make sure that they're in range. Druben as well now walking in, but it looks like it's going to go down for the side of Trebuchet with not too much.
Yeah, it looks like Silas.
Yeah,
Silas didn't have the ultimate and didn't have teleport, so yeah, Drake pretty much just gonna have to be given a little bit late on the rotations and not really anybody being in the correct spots. So it's only gonna be 1-for-1 in Drake, so that's gonna stall out on the early Drake stack. It's gonna be an Infernal Soul, which is very, it's very nice overall, but each team, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's going to be a lot nicer for Trebuchet mid lane. There's a lot of extra trading, but there goes putting Staples in a death realm.
Staples does wind up getting the ultimate, but it is going to be Face of the Wind able to stay alive, get the kill.
Side dive here.
Oh yeah, that is a big dive, and that's going to be the ultimate coming out from Broken Crown. Broken Crown is on a rampage. It is Voperto here now. Wet Dreams is in a bad spot, but is able to condemn Voperto away. But the binding, you're just there for like 8 years trying to get away, but it is going to be Voperto able to get the kill on the Wet Dreams. Wet Dreams,
that was
that binding forever.
That was a very nice prediction binding there because you're flush up against the wall, so you don't really have anywhere else to go. And with the size of the hitbox, you can't even flash out away from the wall there. So very nice return kill overall there. Caitlyn, you know, tried to do as much damage she could, but like Tygoon is not having a fun time. 0, 3, and 1. Not a lot of resources being put into that bot side. But the gold lead is pretty much dead even for both teams. Voperto does still have the Rift Herald, so kind of want to see that being popped soon here, but it's going to look to be popped.
I think it's going to go mid.
Yeah, it's going to go mid, going to put a little more money into the tank Mordekaiser's pocket. Broken Crown's going to be here, but that is going to be crashing in, going to get first tower blood, and Face to the Wind, you're running away. Why did you walk away? You didn't get the local gold, man. That is like 300, almost 600 or 400, 300 gold that you could have gotten, but you walked away, man. You were right there, just a little bit closer, and you could have gotten that gold. But Diana's 401. She's pretty strong right now. Malphite's going for the Sunfire, but gold lead is pretty much dead even, like right down the center for both these teams. But Team Ishtar are leading a little bit better in the objective game so far.
Yeah, we do see the level leads are starting to develop here in the solo lanes, but there's a 2-level lead for Broken Crown that probably evens it out, I guess. But Druben is up a level now, not 2 levels, and Face to the Wind is up a level. And they're looking to move in to the top side quadrant, and they're going to maybe do something here. Oh no.
Fortunate.
But In Defiance is in a rough place. There's 3 of them up there, and there's pings. They are spotting the dive happening now. Maybe see if you can ult out to the Malphite or something, because you missed.
Yeah, that's
nope.
pretty dead.
He's able to flash away.
Out, so no more follow-up CC. And I forgot, Mordekaiser's going tank, so it doesn't have that follow-up. So obviously they know what's happening. They know that Diana's bot, so they're going to try to look for a counter dive here. So they get a flash out from the Caitlyn and the Galio piece here. So it looks like they're going to get the bot tier 1 for themselves and the top tier 1 to trade. So like right now it's a very smart play from both teams. Nothing lost here, and gold lead is still going to be dead even. They're just kind of trading back and forth. Drake's going to spawn up in about a minute and a half here. Rift Herald also being up in less than a minute, so they could look to kind of trade that. Either team can realistically trade for either one here. Probably, honestly, Rift Herald would probably be better for Team Ishtar because they have better siege. And then Trebuchet can grab the Drake because obviously Soul Drake is a lot better for them. Or Infernal is just better for them in general. So curious to see what both teams are going to do here as they start rotating down.
Yeah. And again, we see Broken Crown is very strong, already looking to work towards that Zonia's there. About half an item on Voperto and still a level up. Voperto clearing as best they can. But these flashes are not going to be up in time for this dragon fight. So Staples will not have flash, and Defiance will not have flash. Red Strike, will have flash. Not so sure on Wet Dreams, but that's going to be the ace in the hole used on Indefiance. Indefiance not taking too much damage. And we are posturing around this dragon now. Nobody's looking at the Rift Herald. Red Strike is going to get hooked, though, but I don't know if that's the one you want to take. So they are going to take it. They do stuff. That's going to be the ultimate. Oh my goodness, there is so much combo going on there, and that is going to be Druben ulting back in with the Malphite ultimate, but it's going to go down. It's a double kill for Wet Dreams. Wet Dreams looking to get a triple kill, trying to get Face of the Wind. Face of the Wind is able to take down Malphite, but that is going to be all, and it's going to be the kill going over to Red Strike, and it's going to be the third dragon again for Trebuchet. They're going to get, for the second game in a row, have a very, very quick soul point at about 20 minutes, 21 minutes.
It's not so point. They only got 2 Drakes.
Oh, they did. But, I apologize. Yeah,
but
I thought they got the second Drake for some reason.
But yeah, man, like nothing to lock the Vayne down. It was a pretty messy team fight. Caitlyn just gets completely destroyed, and you don't really have any follow-up damage to help dive with the Sylas to kill the Vayne because like once you lock her down, but Sylas does not have enough damage to lock down the Vayne and kill her. So Herald is going to go the way of Trebuchet here. Vayne is 3-1 and 5. Diana is 4-0-5. I mean, so for the Mordekaiser, it's either you have to kill the Diana really fast, but it looks like they're looking for the fight here. Teleport coming in.
Yeah, but Druben is going to get CC'd. Broken Crown is here. That's going to be the teleport coming out from Staples. Staples is maybe going to just... he's going to flash away. Does able to get over the wall and then not going to go down, but did wind up basically using 2 summoners for...
nothing.
I don't know if that even was needed to secure the Rift Herald or to get everybody out. Just 2 summoners. But that is going to be the Rift Herald. Broken Crown is able to take it down and able to get away. Does actually have 9 stacks now on the Dark Seal. That's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, the Diana, like Mordekaiser pretty much has to like be the front line because you're building tank. You are the front line. So you might as well just like, Broken Crown. Oh, Broken Crown messed up the combo. That's unfortunate. Unfortunately didn't press E a second time there, or just didn't get the reset. Or no, he just didn't press it a second time. So yeah, that is unfortunate. The gold lead is still pretty even. It's not too bad. It's only about like a K and a half in favor of Trebuchet, but right now like there's nothing to lock down the Vayne. If Mordekaiser needs to ult the Diana immediately before anything can happen, but they're looking to go bot right now. Oh, Tygoon
is gone.
Oh wait, he's still alive. No way. Wow. Yeah, Staples, you're bone. Staples is bone.
Staples does get a big ult, though. He may get somebody. Nope, not going to get somebody. But that is going to be Face to the Wind, taking some damage as well. Is going to get away. Everybody lives, and that is a very big shutdown on the side of Ishtar. And now they have a 5v3, but 3 of them are below 50% health with Face to the Wind even further low. And they are going to back away now, not looking to risk the win with over-aggression, we'll say, and that is going to be a very nice play there from the side of Team Ishtar.
Yeah, that is like Team Ishtar definitely. Unfortunately, they do, or not unfortunately, they spot out Broken Crown and they just completely obliterate him. Tygoon, you're ADC and against a 4-1 and 5 Diana. You cannot be face checking Diana like that, man. Like
that
you're
black
an ADC.
Shield
I feel
was
really clutch.
Life-saving as
and the CC chain like against Broken Crown was so nice because unfortunately he didn't have the E reset because he just eats straight onto the Caitlyn, so that is just very unfortunate. You know, doesn't have the ult either. But like that's just the power. Like you literally just land Q, W, E in like a couple autos, and you nearly just obliterated the ADC there. So that is just the power of Diana. But right now, realistically, Team Ishtar are still winning this game. They have 3 towers to 1, and they're only down a Drake. So this next Drake fight, you really need to set up early and let this Caitlyn start setting up traps. Red Strike is coming in here, but Caitlyn needs to set
Not
up
gonna get
traps
hit.
ASAP and not let the rest of Trebuchet get into this river, because right now they're just kind of giving prio. Caitlyn's resetting pretty late here, but they're gonna lock down Nautilus, get a lot of chunk down. Oh my god!
A lot.
Oh,
You
broken
see
crown.
Broken Crown goes in, but gets stuck in the death realm and is trying to live. Is going to live long enough to not at least not go down. And there it goes. There's the ultimate plus the ultimate coming out from the Galio, and in the backside, Vayne is able to kite out Silas and get the kill. Vayne is now trying to get the kill on anybody else, but may go down. Caitlyn is going to go forward, trying, and that's going to get the shutdown. That's going to be Tygoon getting the kill. It's going to be a very, very big ace for Ishtar, and now they are able to set up for Dragon. I don't know what else they're going to be able to get. Looks like that's just it. They're going to go ahead and get the Dragon, have Tygoon go ahead and start it with Face to the Wind to tank, I believe. So, yeah, going to even up the Dragon count. Broken Crown got caught in the Death Realm, and there was not much else to do. Did a great job using the Zonias to stick around long enough to use the ultimate to get the Galio Grand Entrance, Hero's Entrance, excuse me, as well, but just not enough damage from everyone else, everyone not named Vayne, to follow up on that.
Yeah, like Mordekaiser did a great job ulting Broken Crown before he could obliterate Caitlyn, and unfortunately Broken Crown also used the flash to get in, but didn't have the fingers fast enough to get the full combo off to get the Caitlyn first, because when you're flashing like that, you have to be ready on a moment's notice for the enemy to either A, flash away from you, or for you to bait them with the Zonias or the stopwatch. But like right now this game is pretty squarely in the favor of Team Ishtar. They have a game plan and they are sticking it pretty damn well. Face to the Wind is really fed right now. Like even with only 1.5 damage items, you have the slow from the Frostfire, so you just kind of slow them up. It kind of supplements your need, your weakness of getting kited, and the Vayne is just, you know, the last one alive, can't do too much, gets hit with the claw, and Caitlyn just has the range and has the damage and the crits to pretty much break you down, as they're going to start the Baron here actually, because Vayne is bot side with no teleport, no nothing. They are going to start this up, and there's nothing. It's going to be really rough to start this, because Team Ishtar need to turn around the moment they see Diana coming around. Because Indefiance has a bit of a flank. They're baiting
just
this.
baiting it. Yeah, they are actually not going to take it. They're going to take a little bit of damage and walk away. Bluff called, and Team Ishtar does not sit on it, I guess you would say. Probably could have rushed it down, if we're going to be honest.
But overall right now, it's, oh, very nice. Oh, Broken Crown. Very nice.
Oh, goes in. Death by Video Game is going to go down. There's going to be the ult coming out from Galio. Going to be the ult from Nautilus as well, and that's going to be Tycoon going down. That's going to be the Unstoppable Force as well, and they are able to take down Voperto. Drubin on the backside is also going to go down. That's a double kill for the Malphite.
Yeah,
not what I would expect it, but now they're able to get a bunch of CC on Face to the Wind. Face to the Wind uses the Death Realm. Stuck in there with Vayne. I don't quite know that that's who you want to be stuck in there with when you're under half health. And just like that, it's a return ace from Trebuchet, and they are going to take the Dragon, or Baron, excuse me, and that Baron is not going to be one I think they're going to peel off of.
Yeah, that's, you know, Mordekaiser ults last minute Vayne, but, you know, you're not stuck in there with the Vayne. The Vayne is... or the Vayne is stuck in there with you, man. Like, that is really rough. Like, they were all just completely split up. Ooh, almost gets to steal with the binding. But, yeah, like, you should have put the pillar between, like, you should have tried to buffer it instead of putting it behind them, because then that pretty much just locks them in to pretty much just only go forward, and Tygoon just gets completely destroyed there, unfortunately. just the entire team just splitting up, and they just all walk in one by one and get killed. So it was a clean ace. Drake's gonna be up in about a minute and a half here. It's about a it's a 3.5K. No, actually, it is a 4K gold lead. It's a 4K gold lead to the side of Trebuchet, but they still need to break towers down. Like, they don't have any towers except for the mid and bot tier 1. So they need to start getting that happening. But it's sole point for either team. Both sides do not want to give this away. But realistically, Trebuchet has the Baron. They should be pushing instead of worrying about the soul, to be honest.
Yeah, and they are pushing down in the mid lane. They're trying to get a little bit of a siege going on. I don't know how effective it's going to be. There is still a lot of wave clear on the side of Team Ishtar, and Team Ishtar is, of course, looking to consolidate around this mid lane, around this bot lane, because they also do really want this dragon. But we do have that nice super cannon minion, not super cannon minion, Baron cannon minion, excuse me, that is just hitting this tower, forcing people to use abilities, and that's going to be the inner tower going down, and they're just going to continue to pressure mid lane as well, looking to rotate in, set up vision, maybe get the dragon as well, as they're looking to corral the Sylas in bot lane. Sylas is now not having a good time as well, is 0-3-5, and that's going to be more cannons hitting this tower, but they're pinging off. Trebuchet is going to go to this dragon, going to try to be there early. There is a ward, and oh no, that's on the other side of the pit. A little hard to see on my mini map, but it is on the other side of the pit, so it's not going to see them when they start it, but you have to assume they're going to start it immediately, which they are. Able to take a dragon, take a tower. Feels good. Feels good.
Yeah, that is going to be the Drake taken, but it is going to stall out. So, like, the thing is, when you have Baron, you realistically don't need to take Drakes, really, because, yeah, you're gonna lose the Drake, you're gonna lose Soul Point, but you get 0 tempo with the Baron that you kind of use so much for, because you only get a mid tier 2, like, you got nothing else. You're still, like, now you're just even in towers. You have nothing else to really put the
top lane. They do have face to the wind.
He is tanky,
caught out a little bit. He is going to go ahead and use the Death Realm onto Broken Crown. Broken Crown just going to zone you.
Yeah, he's dead. Oh, wait, Broken Crown flash?
Flash to the other side to get away from the hit and is able to keep going from there. And they are going to go ahead and siege down, and they are going to get another tower. But oh, there's a counter push going down in the mid lane, and they are going to go ahead and get the mid lane tier 2. And being that there's 3 people top lane, they're going to keep pushing. Diana is here, though. Diana is here. That is a nice flash taunt from Indefiance. An even better pillar there from... Oh, Staples used the ultimate to go over the wall, but did not quite over the wall like you need to. Staples is barely living. Voperto doing a ton of damage, but in the meantime, they take the tier 2 top lane. What in the world? That's why video games managed to live through all that, and Broken Crown did go down. But yeah, they traded a tower for 2 towers, did get a bunch of summoners and ultimates, but I don't think you actually won that.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty even. It's not too crazy. It is, yeah, they do get two more towers to 1, but it's only 5-4. It's still anybody's game at this point. It's not really the goal lead. It's more like how you pull out the team fights, because like it's kind of how Team Ishtar are losing these team fights, because they just either A, don't execute it very well at all, or B, they're just nowhere near to start it well at all, because like Trundle's going for a Death's Dance here. That's very interesting to see. We probably would have expected a little more MR or something like that, but already Vayne has a QSS, opting for full security now. They're gonna start clearing a lot of wards in the bot side. You don't really need to get wards in the bot side at all. Drake isn't spawning for like another 2 minutes. Oh, Morgana, yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, Morgana does Black Shield part of it, but looks like it's going to go down. Actually, he's going to use the Blast Cone to go over, and Broken Crown is again stuck in the Death Realm, but that is going to be the ultimate going to be used by Staples onto the backside, and there's a whole lot of CC coming through. Wet Dreams trying to stay alive. They are able to take
Wet
Broken Crown
Dreams
down. Wet Dreams does wind up having a flash out, and it's going to be everybody on the Wet Dreams, and now it's going to be the turn as it's going to be Team Ishtar cleaning up, and Defiance is going to go down as well as they are able to get a 4-0, and they
That
are
might
walking
be the
down
game.
bot lane with Staples official being the only one open. Oh my god!
That might be the end of the game. Oh my god. That abscond abduct hit Wet Dreams there. Just barely through the minion wave. They need to take this tower and keep that caster minion alive. Death timers are about 20 seconds. They're gonna look to end the game here. Death by video game just barely lived when he got over. They used everything to try to kill him, but he ends up living. But there's a shutdown, actually. They're killing the minion. That's it. That's the game, bro.
Oh my god. Team Ishtar. Wow. Wow.
There is no way that Trebuchet fumbled the bag that hard.
They absolutely did. I cannot believe it. It looked like it was just a play it slow and win, and then they piled on for the support. They teach us that in Silver that sometimes you don't need to use everything for the support.
Wow, that's just they used everything on the Morgana. They don't even they barely break the Black Shield. It basically staggers all the CC, and she ends up living, and then they just end up dogging everybody else in the team because in the beginning, Face to the Win got a massive pick on the Diana, and so after that, it was just that was pretty much the end of the game there. And then like Drubin, like even though this game he was a little underperforming, but he absolutely made up for it by getting that really big clutch abscond abduct onto the Vayne, and that pretty much sealed the deal for Team Ishtar here.
Yeah, one fight is all it takes. It really, really looked like Trebuchet at least had control going into the late game. It blows my mind. Like, tried to all in the Morgana, wind up in the Death Realm, your jungler dies, and then as your team is running away, no one blocks for the Vayne, and that's it. That's the whole game.
Yeah, like if you look at it, it was just like a millimeter that it got through and missed the minion, and the Vayne got hit, and that was it. Like that was a really insane team fight there. Like Tygoon, even then, he lives in the end there. He flashes away from the Malphite and just keeps free hitting in the backside there, you know, because without Diana, you don't really have any more backline access. They use so much to get Vayne, and in the end, that was just it. That was just one bad team fight, and Team Ishtar just take the series 2-1.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I am still in awe of what I just witnessed. But yes, that is it. Team Ishtar advances to the best of fives for the Gauntlet here in BTL. Trebuchet put up a ridiculous fight. Just, oh, man, one bad decision, and that was it. But we appreciate you coming through yet again. We want to make sure to shout out our sponsor, Super Robo. I apologize. I am Speed Robo. I apologize. Speed Robo cards and games. Speed Robo games. Be on the lookout. It's going to be pretty fantastic. I know they got some new card packs coming out really shortly. So do not sleep on that. And we appreciate them supporting us. Did you have anything else you wanted to add? I literally that fried
We're
my
still
brain.
recovering from that blasphemy of a team fight, but you know, don't forget everybody. Speed Robo is the sponsor of this amazing channel here. They're an indie game developer specializing in card games. Their most recent game, System Games, can be checked out at speedrobogames.com. So don't forget to go over there and check that out. And don't forget to shout out Black Twitch League and them. But that is going to be it from us tonight, guys. Like that was why we're still recovering, because like that team fight was just so insane. Like just one or two little things. They all wanted to die for support, man. Like that was it. Like we can't make this up.
I just, you know, it makes me feel better for the bad decisions I make to know that everybody makes them. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. We will be back with more from the Gauntlet and the best of fives.
That's
I'm
actually it
not
of the
sure.
Gauntlet. We're in the playoff.
Oh,
We're like in this.
oh, that
Next
was a
time is the
gaunt.
semifinals. This was the last round,
That's right. I don't know why I thought it was like a Gauntlet style, almost
all the way through like
LCK does.
LCK. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I thought too. And then like I have like this little graphic here that I look at to remind me that, oh, there's actually a playoffs.
yeah. Well, then we are into the official semifinals. So I am not sure what the official schedule is for them yet, but stick around. We will be back with them, and we look forward to more incredibly exciting games. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Y'all have a good night, everybody. Stay safe.